Hi guys, welcome back to another reaction video and thoughts here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 5 of season 3 of Mob Psycho 100. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me, and feel free to join me till the end of this amazing adventure. Also because season 3 is the final season. Okay, in the previous episode we saw that Mob tries to get in touch with this psychic helmet religion founder, and we discovered that that was Dimple. So let's see if he can go and meet him, and let's see what he has to tell him. Are you ready to join me with these? Check it out. There's no founder. He likes that if he knows that he's appreciated by others, exactly. I can't wait. I think so. Yeah, it's like when I was telling you that negative energies, if you, the more you think about them, the more they become reality. Ma figurati. But he doesn't know that he's Dimple. Right path. Believe it. Fact. Never in the world. So let's stop praying. Teru. Because, yeah. I hope he wakes up. He wakes up and he tells Mob who he really is. Eh, I think so. Oh, he knows that. No, he doesn't need that. But he doesn't want to do that. In fact, he will stop that. It's better to be alone than be like a sheep, like all of you. Forever. Yes. Of course. Yes. Because they are not real. I mean, they are just under you, brainwashed by you. No. But even by breathing at this point. No, come on. So he has to free all Japan? No way. It will never happen. Yeah. No. He has always been. No, it's really bad. No, you make them think that this is going to work, but it's just an illusion. No, but they want to feel happiness because of what they do, not because you give them. Oh, yes, this is not letting them be what they are. This is true. They are sort of in positions too. Yeah. Oh my. No. Don't tell me that he's also under him now. But his family and his other friends are important too. Oh my. So he's under the same spell. No, there's no way he will. Whoa! I can't wait. No, no, no. He wants to know, to see your true form. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Because that's not the real Teru, so it's fine for me if I go against him. I mean, it's not mentally himself right now. Go ahead, Shigeo. Go ahead. Huh? What? He said that he's not under him. I mean, he's not controlling Teru. So? Why he's saying things like this? Because he wants Mob not to suffer because him and Dimple are going to separate, but at this point, who cares? No, come on. Oh, come on, this blessing thing. No way. Just because he gave you more power, now you're fine with that? Oh. I prefer Shigeo 100%. 100. Mob, don't give up. No, never do that, mob. If you cut the roots, maybe. Whoa! You have to go away from there. Yeah, he's serious. Definitely, and you will understand it in a few seconds, I guess. Whoa! But it can regenerate in a few seconds. What the F? No, it will never happen, and it's different. Yes! Wow, yes! Now you can become how many you want, but mob is on another level. Oh, yes. Maybe because he's ashamed of what he's doing and he can't even be brave enough to confront you because he knows that he's wrong. But anyway, that's his nature, so. I mean, an evil spirit can't stop being evil just because. I think that he's ashamed and embarrassed. And maybe he is also scared because he knows how much strong you are. But Shige will not stop until you face him, so it's better if you come out, Dimple. Because then you will regret it. And he also feel pain. Oh my. Mob. He's feeling so much pain right now. Anyway, it was one of his best friends at the time. Yeah, because of the roots, Mob. You have to cut all the roots. If he's touching him, then he's going to. I mean, his energy is going to be sucked. And then he's going to receive that. No, you're doing the worst thing. But I hope that in this case, a mob can even go beyond her. Ooh. Yes, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be convinced by her. No, he will, you'll see. Mm. Yeah, so how did you convince her? Okay. Are we sure about that? Mm. Okay. Who cares at this point? I mean, yes! I love that. I love his attitude. He has lots of it because he still didn't reach 100, so. You already lost the ball. I love it. Wow, you have already lost the ball. Your kindness. Now be serious because you will have someone else who's going to confront you in the best way, so please do that. Can't wait. You betrayed the mob, so. What? I mean, what a disappointment. Because he still has to reach 100. Oh, the animation is amazing. Studio Bones, thank you as always. No. What the F? We still have to start, actually. So, if you can't beat him after all these godly, it means that there's something wrong with your godly power, Dimple. And so, no, this is what you don't understand. But things maybe changed in the meantime. You also are not invincible. No. It will be inverted. It will be inverted. Mm. I am your friend. Or it means that throughout this time you faked. You're just blind because you want lots of power, Dimple, but that was not you when you were helping Mob throughout the time. Ah, so you're afraid to... Oh, he's afraid that he is going to feel harmed by him. I mean, that he's going to hit him. Oh yeah. And we're just 99%. Wow. We are approaching that time, I guess. You have to prepare yourself. Yeah, I think so. Prepare yourself, I'm not ready. No, it's not enough, Dimple. It's not enough, trust me. More with that shirt. It was the last thing, the worst thing you could have said. Okay, guys, I thought that this moment was coming when Dimple and Shigeo had to confront each other. Finally, Dimple revealed what was his real purpose. That means to take an advantage on him, to look at him so he could analyze little by little his strength and not because he was his real friend. And let me tell you, at this point, I could have imagined this or I could have expected this because of what I told you in the previous episode. That means we are talking about an evil spirit. And an evil spirit can't become a good spirit just because he's staying in touch with a good soul. An evil spirit keeps going ahead, taking advantages on others and trying to trick others by let them think that they are what they are not. And that's what Dimple did. But do we have to stop thinking about the fact that probably Dimple cared about Shigeo? I don't think we should do that. I think that at a certain point, Dimple understood that he was changing, and he was scared because he was changing to into something better than what he was before. So by being scared, he preferred to go back to what it was before and becoming once again this evil spirit. So when he's saying that he's taking an advantage on Shigeo throughout all this time, I can agree until a certain moment, because if you really wanted to take an advantage on someone, then in the middle of your path that you're going to spend time with this person, that you're going to stay next to this person for such a long time, I don't think that you wanted to save him. I don't think that you were scared because of his probable loss and whatever. So I think that Dimple cared about the Shigeo, but at a certain point, he was debating inside himself, what am I doing? Why do I care about this person so much? Don't you remember? Don't you, Dimple? That means as if he's having a dialogue with himself. Don't you remember who you are? You are an evil spirit. So how can you stand on the side of something good? So I think that by being that scared, Dimple preferred to go back to what it was. But then even now he's noticing that he doesn't want to harm Shigeo. At a certain point he's saying, was I going too far right now? So a spirit that is evil, but he's also thinking about not harming him or not going too far by doing what he is doing, makes you understand that there is a lot of confusion inside the Dimple right now. Then let me tell you, I really love Mob's attitude. I think that the way he's answering, the way in which he is really calm by expressing his sentences, that's how I really like about Mob, and I really envy Mob, let me tell you. I'm envious of him because, okay, even if I shouldn't be envious of him, because probably Mob would have told me, no, you shouldn't be envious of me, but I envy him because he has this resolute and calm attitude to respond and to confront others before he's reaching 100, of course. So his attitude towards others amazes me, and I think that it's quite inspirational, because I don't think that I would have had the same resolution in front of a person or in front of an evil spirit in this case who betrayed me. So a standing ovation for how Mob is confronting him. But at the same time, yeah, he's expressing his feelings with words, because we don't have to forget that Mob has this difficulty, that means to express his feelings through his face. And he has never had this ability to have facial expressions that can confirm how he feels inside. But when he's saying, I am sad, please don't do this on me, Dimple. And then when he's also crying because the tears are falling down his face, makes you understand that rather than focusing on his face, we should focus on what he's saying and how he's reacting. Because even if you can't have a facial expression, anyway, when a tear come down on your face, you understand that a person is sad. And that's how Mob is feeling right now. He can't even imagine that Dimple is betraying him after all that time that he was staying in his house, that he was listening to his thoughts. He thought that he could have found a real friend, and actually it was his first friend who trusted his abilities and who comforted him. So for Mob, this is a huge punch in the stomach, and now he has to confront these disappointment. He has to confront even this sadness that is something that he has never expected before, and he has never experienced before too. When he was talking to Teru, and he saw that even Teru was going against him, and it seemed to stay on the side of Dimple. Yeah, even in that case, it was a huge punch in the stomach, but not at the same level, because with the Dimple, he spent more time, and he was being a part of the family, let's say, even if others couldn't see him. I mean, his parents couldn't see him, but for him, that was something different. I mean, Mob opened the door of his house to him, and opened even his heart by revealing him a part of him. So even now at the end of the episode, when Dimple is criticizing the shirt that he's using, that was even worse, because he was too direct, and he was not faking at all. But it means that throughout the time that they were spending time together, Dimple was faking by telling him things that he didn't really think. I think that I remember an episode in season 2 in which Dimple already was showing his true nature, but by faking in front of a Mob and saying something to him that was not corresponding to what he really thought about him. If I'm not wrong, I don't remember if it's a season 1 or season 2. Right now, I'm confused about it, but I think that it happened. So at that time, I should have guessed that something was wrong. But at a certain point, I thought that he was not telling him his real thoughts, because he wanted to protect the Mob and this friendship. So that's how I felt at that time. But talking about what we are seeing now, it's like as if a best friend is betraying you. How should you feel? How would you like to respond? How would you like to react to everything that you're seeing or that you're hearing? That's really hard, because even if Mob seems to be a person that is not feeling anything, no, I think that Mob has always been sensitive, empathic, as much as I was telling you, and Dimple is even touching his weak points by talking about Tsubame-chan, and by saying, look, she's resolute, she didn't want to agree with all the temptations that I was putting in front of her, but at the end she joined. Maybe she joined just because all the others did that. I mean, I find that Tsubame-chan is quite superficial, and I told you this even in previous episodes, so I don't think that Mob should care about what Dimple is saying, and in fact he doesn't, and I'm so happy for that. But I really hope at this point that he is going to recognize the fact that even Tsubame-chan doesn't care about him, and maybe Tsubame-chan agreed to join these just because everyone did that, or because it was something popular, that even Tsubame-chan wanted to agree with these. We know, just for the fact that Tsubumi-chan sneezed in the previous episode, and these mucus, these snot was coming out from her nose. She was afraid, as if she was taking care more about her reputation than anything else, her physical appearance, and how she was appearing at that time in front of others. She was scared that these friends of hers were going to mock her, to bully her, or to spread throughout the school how she was, etc., etc. So she preferred to hide from them and tell them that she has another thing to do. So as you can see, Tsubumi-chan is paying attention on the surface, and that's why I was judging her as a superficial girl, because it's quite insecure. So I don't think that that's so resolute as much as Dimple is saying. I think that Dimple wanted to touch the weak point of a mob, the most important weak point of his, by trying to elude him and try to trick him about what to do. But at the end of the day, only Mob was going to Tsumumi-chan to give this handkerchief, and anyway, she said thanks to him, and then she went away without even saying a thank you, or without even saying thank you, Mob, for giving me these handkerchiefs and whatever. No, she didn't care about him, because that's a reality. She doesn't like him. And at that time, when they were all young, Tsubumi-chan preferred to mock Mob together with all the others for the same reason that I'm telling you. She is afraid of the opinions that other people are having towards her. And that means that she really cares about what other people think. And that's her weak point. That's why she always cares more about what other people are saying, about her reputation, and about being surrounded by people who think the same. So that's quite superficial. That's not resolute at all. If she really was resolute at that time, she would have stand in front of others and she would have protected the Mob, but no, she didn't. That's why I think that she's quite fragile instead. And Mob is even stronger than her, personally speaking. I prefer a character like Mob, who is standing in front of others who are thinking all the same, and he is independent. His mind is not being tricked by others. I definitely prefer that he's going to stay one versus all the rest than being a part of this thing just because all the others are being a part of it. Dimple said something correct at a certain point when he's saying, look, you don't like to feel guided by others, you don't like when I'm brainwashing others and spreading these fake happiness throughout all the others, but you like to be imposed by others anyway, because the society is built on impositions too. That's right. That's why most of the times I also don't like society itself, personally speaking. That means I know that my concept of freedom doesn't exist. I'm quite well aware of it. I laugh when the people are saying I'm free to say whatever I want, I'm free to do whatever I want. It's just a mere illusion, that too. We are not free at all, and we should start thinking about this. The more we are using this concept of freedom, the more we should understand that we are not free at all. So I agree with Dimple, but one thing is when there are laws and there are some sort of impositions about society, and one thing is when you want to let all these people think what you want them to think. That's a little bit different. It's a sort of a brainwash, and even in our real world, this brainwash thing is happening because we are following what some leaders are saying, we are following what the media are saying, but it depends on us. It depends on us if we, after what we hear, what we listen, what we see, can make our own opinions or not. That's the great difference. If you can make your own thoughts after everything you see or after everything you hear, then you are quite independent. Then you are, in a certain way, free. to believe what you really want. But if you're not doing something like this, the risk is that you're going to emit yourself into an imposed society or into an imposed belief that everyone believes just because it's trendy, just because it's the most popular thing of the moment, just because everyone says that. That means that it's correct. Look at these, all these things should make you understand that it's already a path of a brainwashing method that you're starting. I think that the people who believe, just because all of people are doing this, it means that it's correct, they are already brainwashed, in my opinion, and that's not what I am. That's why I like Mob's character, because I can find myself in him, especially when he's talking about the unfairness of doing what Dimple is doing. I totally stand on Mob's side, and even if he's one against the millions, it doesn't matter. That one matters more than anything because it's something different, and I really love differences. I mean, I like when people can be different and not being all the same. I still struggle to fight for this concept. We are all individuals, we are all different ones, and we should stay like this. The world could be more perfect if we abolish this way to think all the same. We are not the same. We should promote differences. We should promote individuality, and we should promote the ability to think differently, because until there are differences, we can still debate, we can still talk, we can still make confrontations and discussions. And we can grow thanks to those discussions, because we are having dialogues. If we are starting being all the same, we will stop talking, we will stop confronting, we will stop growing, because we will grow all the same. And that's something that I am scared of, to tell you honestly. I prefer characters like Mob, I prefer mangaka like Mob Psycho 100 who are spreading the concept that yes, we are inside a cage called the society, but even if we are inside this cage, we can still be able to think differently and to be independent, no matter how much they are trying to push on us all these ideals and beliefs and concepts, etc., etc. What human beings are struggling to reach is happiness. And that's why what's on top of us is trying to indoctrinate us that if we follow these entities, these people or whatever that are on top of us, we can grant happiness, we can reach it. And that's why they are playing with us by using these words, these abstract values or abstract concepts like happiness, freedom, moral values and whatever, to put us under the cage. But we need to remember what are our ideals of happiness, freedom, and whatever. So if we build inside our mind our own concepts, no matter what other people are telling us, we believe in our concepts, and we should be proud to still believe on our beliefs without being tricked by the outside. We should feel proud of what we are inside and to treasure what we are inside, because we are the ones who can decide who's going to come inside us or not. I mean, we are the owners of ourselves, so we are the ones who can decide who is going to affect us and who is going to be pushed away by us. And that's why we should treasure our thoughts, we should treasure what we believe, and not being tricked so easily. So that's why I'm saying that Tsubomi-chan was not resolute at all. Mob is resolute, because no matter how much he's struggling about his pain and his suffering that he's feeling, he moves forward and he keeps in his beliefs till the end. So that's why I think that Mob is doing the right thing. And even if Dimple was a great friend of his, now he's facing the truth. Now he's understanding that what he's doing, that means to push away Dimple's requests all the times, was the proper thing to do. Because Mob is putting a shield, and thanks to it, he is not being tricked. So I admire Mob's attitude right now. Let's see what's going to happen, guys. Let's see how this story goes on with episode 6 of season 3 of Mob Psycho 100. In the meantime, thank you so much for the support, and keep subscribing to the channel and click on the notification bell to see how this final season ends. Bye, and see you in the next video.